one thing we have to worry about while job hunting is the security aspect. Staying secure while job hunting, watching out for those scammers and dirty tricks that lazy people who don't want to work to earn their money but rather help themselves to your money will employ. So, this article is from the National Cybersecurity Alliance. It's from last year, but super relevant, talking about how you want to be careful with your personal information online, giving it out. So, if you take anything away from this video, if you close this video right now, research is the thing that I would want you to remember. So, if some recruiter is contacting you on LinkedIn, or you see some posting on Indeed, or maybe a less well-known job site, or came across your feed somewhere, search for the company. Do a Google search, or a web search, I should say. And watch out for different weird domain names. Like, see, this one has an extra section here. Or maybe it's .net instead of .com. Or maybe the A looks kind of funny, or something like that. Or maybe it's not HTTPS, maybe it's just HTTP before the domain URL. So watch out for that stuff. Research. Do not just click apply or reply to the recruiter. Oh, great, yeah. Thanks for contacting me. Let me send you my resume that has my name, address, and phone number on it. Okay, so make sure the reason why you're checking that is you're making sure it's not a spoofed website. Anybody can start up a website and call it whatever they want and take advantage of typos that will lead people there. Or they could send out a recruitment email and use that domain, and then you've clicked into this site, it looks identical to the real site, and there you're uploading your information, your social security number or anything like that. By the way, never give out your social security number until you have a job offer. Okay, and if anything feels off, you want to listen to your gut feeling, and you can contact the company directly. You don't have to apply on LinkedIn, and I don't even recommend applying on LinkedIn. I usually tell students don't apply through LinkedIn. That's where a lot of people apply through. It could just be like flushing your resume down the toilet. You can source the jobs on LinkedIn, search there, but when you find something that looks good, go find that job at the company's website and apply that way. Another reason for that is not just the scams, but because when you apply directly through LinkedIn, usually it'll forward a copy of your LinkedIn profile to that company, to the recruiter or to the HR. And if your LinkedIn profile is not optimized, you're not going to end up at the top of the list of candidates in their software. Huge scam is checks. So they'll say, yeah, you're hired. You had one interview on a sketchy Zoom with no video feed, or a sketchy phone call, or just a couple of emails, and you're hired. Go out and buy yourself a laptop and a desk and a chair, and then we'll reimburse you by sending you a check. So next thing you know, your bank is contacting you about fraudulent activity. So never send money, never deal in paper checks, and be very careful with that. If it's too good to be true, if you get hired after no interviews or half an interview, really think long and hard about that. You should not have to buy anything in order to get your first paycheck. And really guard your personal info. It's very important. Guard it with your life. Well, maybe not with your life, but guard it very well. And don't just type in your info willy-nilly into these job sites. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Set up a dedicated email address for job hunting. Set up a dedicated email address just for job hunting. That way, if a scammer does get your information, they don't have the same email address that's linked to your bank account and your PayPal account and your Instagram. So, you have a separate one. You can use things like Firefox Relay or Simple Login. There's email relay services that'll forward, it'll give you a fake address. Make sure it sounds professional. You don't want it to be XYZ3864 exclamation point at, simplelogin.com. So you might have to, pay $1 or $2 or $3 to get a legitimate sounding email address. Or just set up a new email address, Proton Mail, Gmail, Hotmail, that sounds close to your name or sounds professional. And then do not use that email address for anything except job hunting. Alrighty, so we've seen some of this article here. Let's see another thing that is unfortunately a huge issue these days. It is fake jobs on LinkedIn. A lot of people use LinkedIn to find those jobs, and you'll want to watch out for that. Another thing is, if your LinkedIn account gets compromised, you're putting your friends and colleagues at risk too. So you got to be extra careful there. It's not just about you, then it's about your circle, because then that person could impersonate you. So watch out for recruiters who say that they work for, Microsoft or Amazon or something like that, and get your hopes up and you get all excited. It's your big moment, you think, but it's somebody in Bangalore somewhere, in some call center that is, just scraping your accounts. So watch out for these. They're only increasing. They're unfortunately not decreasing. What you want to do is the same step that I mentioned earlier. Research, research, research. So here, before applying or engaging with a job post, research the company. Can't stress that enough. Research the company and the poster's profile. Watch out for lack of company information, incomplete profiles. So like, they might have a picture, but maybe there's no link to their company. Maybe their company has no icon, logo, or it doesn't match the actual company logo, the real company logo. Or the URL that's linked in their profile doesn't go to the company page, or there is no URL. Or they don't have a history. They're a brand new account. They don't have any work history, or they don't have many followers or connections. So, before clicking and starting that conversation with them, or hitting submit or apply, do some basic research. Right? Don't just accept connection requests from anyone. A lot of times people want to pump up the number of connections they have, but don't just be willy-nilly about it. To borrow an ancient phrase, be selective. You don't have to connect with everybody who's out there. You can take it gradual and slow, or at least connect to people that you kind of know tangentially. If it's someone that you have zero connection to and you've never heard of them before, look at their profile first. And LinkedIn will often tell you have a shared connection in common. And that can be at least give you a little bit of reassurance. This is talking about reviews and stuff, so I don't know about that. Might be talking about Glassdoor or Indeed or something like that. That's another place you can use to check these companies out. In terms of applying to legitimate companies. But when you're trying to research for a role, sometimes you'll hit a recruiter, and that recruitment firm is not honest, or not legit, or maybe a shady operator, or something like that. Maybe they're just very unprofessional and will waste your time. That's another place you can find those kind of Glassdoor reviews or Trustpilot reviews, perhaps, or even on Reddit. Just look up somebody's name on Reddit if they're a recruiter, if they claim to be a recruiter, or a recruitment agency. And then, of course, you can report accounts. You can, if you've unfortunately connected with someone, you can remove that connection in LinkedIn. And you can make a post about it. Don't be embarrassed. This activity is increasing. Don't be embarrassed to say, hey, I was contacted by such and such claiming to be a recruiter, and it turned out to be fake. Put them on blast. Don't let them get away with it, and people will thank you for that. So, here's a good way to end this. Have you come across any fake recruiters or fake jobs? What did you do? And please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know. When I say us, I mean me. Let me know how you felt about it. Watch out for those fake jobs, and stay safe while on that job hunt. I'll try to put some links here to these helpful articles in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.